Hello, this is my audience. Today I would like to talk about the importance of hair care. It is very important to take care of your hair. This is a picture of me as a child. Growing up, I've always had coarse, thick hair. When I was 2 years old, my mother started to put chemicals in my hair because she couldn't comb it from the roots. She couldn't do anything to it, so she had to put chemicals in my hair. Chemicals can be harsh if you use them wrong. Chemicals are mainly used to maintain and manage hair. The very first relaxer I used was Africa's Best. I used this relaxer because it was a common name and it was cheap and it was something my mom used. Over time, I started to use Dark and Lovely, Soft and Beautiful, and then I tried olive oil. Remember I said my hair was very coarse? Considering that, I used to have to perm my hair every 6 weeks. Now, you're not supposed to perm your hair every 6 weeks. You're supposed to perm it every 6 to 8 weeks or wait longer than you can. But when I first started, I had to perm my hair every 6 weeks because my hair was very, very coarse. And those products that I was using were not helping me. Africa's Best, Dark and Lovely, Soft and Beautiful, all that did not help me. My hair was still thick and coarse. I started using olive oil, and olive oil worked for me, and that's what I stuck with. I've been using olive oil for about 7 years now. It's a good product. Olive oil has different stuff you can use. They have the uplifting shampoo. It's good for your scalp, cleanse the scalp of dandruff. They have the olive oil spray. It's good for curls. They have the olive oil HairMaintainance, which is a good protein treatment. Very good. It keeps your hair thick and soft. Great. I love olive oil. But olive oil isn't the only product that is good to use. I like to use Cream of Nature. It's good for you too. I say all that to say it matters what you put on your hair. You can use chemicals all day, but if you're not using the right thing, you're going to break your hair, you're going to damage your hair, you're going to regret you even put it in your hair. That's why it's best to research whatever you're going to use on your hair. I recommend people use jar relaxers because they're not as intense and strong as a box relaxer. With a box relaxer, you wind up with, now this is a texture softener. I'm going to use this as an example. You wind up with something like this. Looks like this. Comes in a little plastic case. And you have an activator that you have to put in there. Now, think about box relaxers. You could wind up getting a relaxer that is way too strong. And guess what? It'll break your hair. Or you can wind up getting a relaxer that is weak. And guess what? It won't help your hair. And then you'll be stuck with thick hair. And you have to wait 6 to 8 weeks before putting another product in your hair. So it's best if you do prefer to buy a box relaxer, make sure you look for that little date right there. Yeah. Make sure you look for it. That lets you know exactly how old that relaxer is. Another thing, when you buy a relaxer, make sure you look for what strength you want. Right here, this is a normal. I recommend normal. Normal for anything you use. Do not use extra strength, bone straight, or anything like that. Use a normal. Okay? Because the thing with the normal is you can leave that normal in past the processing time and it won't hurt your hair as much. Now, a lot of people think my hair is fake. It's not. I happen to have good hair because I take care of it with all these products. This is a good brush to use. It's good for wrapping your hair. It's good for combing your hair, or whatever it is you want to do to your hair is good. This is a shampoo brush. Now, you absolutely do not use this brush when you have a perm in your hair. If you're washing a perm out your hair, don't use this brush, because it's gonna scratch your scalp and you're gonna hate it and it's gonna burn. It's horrible. Don't do it. I tried it, I hated it, and my head was sore. Don't do it. But when you do wash your hair, just to wash it, you can use this brush. It's good. It helps with the dandruff and everything. But don't use it with relaxer. Color. Now, I have to say that color isn't the best thing to do. Color is more of a beauty tip. People like color to make themselves look different or to hide the gray. You know, a beauty tip. I recommend that you use a color charm. Color charm is great. It comes with activation lotion. This is activation lotion. And you buy whatever color that you want. It's a demi permanent color. It washes out every time you wash your hair. So this is good. What you want to use. All these are good for strength of your hair. Cream of nature, olive oil, any type of moisture is good for. Now, if you're a natural person, the best thing to do is get you a hot comb. I don't recommend the thermal iron combs. Horrible. Because thermal iron combs get so hot that you can't control what type of heat you're putting in your hair. But the thing about a flat iron that you plug in the wall, or a curler that you plug in the wall, you can, if that curler gets too hot, it turns off or it cools down on its own. So it's best to use that. I recommend that. For people who have had bad hair all their life, I recommend that you go natural. Wash your hair, take care of it, wrap it. If you be good to your hair be good to you. Now, when sleeping, it's best to have a bunded. When I sleep, I wear a bunded, just like this. I wrap my hair up and I put the bunded on my head, and it fits. Just like that, and you just tuck your hair in it and it stays on your head. It's the best thing anybody could have came up with for people who want to protect their hairstyle, curls, whatever you want to wear. And make sure you have a shower cap. A wrap is good too. This is a wrap. I always get a large wrap because you never know what you want to do with that wrap. You can wear the wrap like this. But I say all that to inform people that taking care of your hair is very important. All the products that you use, all the chemicals that you use, and on a day-to-day basis, whatever you put on your hair will affect you. So it's best to read the ingredients. It's best to do a protein treatment. It's best to use chemicals that's already mixed that you don't have to mix yourself. It's best to wash and condition your hair with good products. It's best to use an oil sheen on your hair to protect it from flat iron. Always use oil sheen. And when you comb it, you comb from the ends and work your way up. That way you reach all of it, and then you can get your little comb and go through it. But these are the best ways to take care of your hair and to maintain your hair and to grow your hair. And conditioning is very, very important. I recommend a deep condition about 30 minutes under a hooded dryer. I'm not a stylist or anything, but that is how I got to this from this. That is all, and I thank you and hope that you guys learned something from me.